Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. We've got my wife's California again, and what we're going to do today is fit a new set of headlights and uprated bulbs. You might be able to see why that one there's cracked, and also just to increase the light output, because as you probably know, they're not great on these as standard. These parts have been supplied again by our friends at MX5 Parts. The link will be down in the description where you can order them from, and you'll be able to see the difference here. But you know, it's a question we get asked quite a lot actually, of how do you change the bulbs on these cars. Obviously with the pop-ups it's not as straightforward as it would be with other cars, but it really isn't that difficult, and changing the light units is actually no more difficult than just changing the bulbs. All you actually need is a posi screwdriver, and that'll be job done. So we'll run through it all. First stage is to remove the plastic shroud around the light unit itself. It's held in with 4 posi drive screws on either side of the headlight. So if we whip this one off first, be careful not to lose these screws, because they are the only place on these cars where they're used, so you won't find any spares anywhere else. And the washer as well. Swing around to the other side. Get out. Bonnet open is probably safer. Gives you a bit more room. So then this plastic shroud kind of holds itself in quite well, but you just pull it out a bit and it'll come out. And away it comes. So now we're presented with the light unit itself, and you'll notice there's 3 screw heads again. What we need to do is undo those slightly. They don't need to be completely removed. Twist the bezel round and you can see you've got a keyhole fit in there, and the bezel will come out. Incidentally, that one there, and it's under here, that one there, that adjusts the angle of the headlight, so you really don't want to touch those if it's in the right place. You know, if your car's been going through the MOT fine anyway, you won't need to touch those. So just undo these. All I'm doing is loosening them off. Again, you don't really want to drop one of these because you guarantee you won't find it. This one here, just be a bit careful of the top of the bumper, not to put a scratch in it. If you've got a longer reach screwdriver, that will be better, so the handle doesn't get in the way. Twist it round, and away it comes. The light unit comes out with it, so be careful. Take the bezel out of the way so you don't drop it on the paintwork. This is a plug for the bulb. So push these 2 plastic tabs in to sort of unlock it, he says, and out it comes. Now also have a good look at this when you do that, because quite often what you will find is that you've got a dirty connection on one of these and you'll find a melted tab. Now if that's the case, what you probably may have noticed is you've got every now and then you get one dim headlight, and that's why. So if that's the case, you need to change this plug. We have those on the website, so I'll put a link into those. Dead easy to change, just a case of rejoining the wires. As you can see on this one, it's okay. So we've got a new light unit here. Comparison. You can see we're going to get a lot better light projection from that than we are from that. I'm going to put the bulb in first. These are ring bulbs, are supposed to be 100% brighter. So when you're putting this in, there's tabs that need to go in the right place. You can see it'll only fit in one way. You can see they've locked in, and then the spring clip. I've got this the right way round, which I'm not entirely sure I have. Yep, hooks under there and hooks under there. So that's in place. Now don't forget, you need the rubber boot from the original headlight. That's to stop moisture getting in there. And what you also need to make sure is that it's pointing, this part is pointing downwards, as to allow for it to vent. It's got top written on there, look. You can see that on the camera. So that's it, that's that more or less ready to go. Plug the connector back in. Now you'll see on here there's a recess there and a recess there. That'll tally up with these tabs. So that sort of goes in place. It can only go in that location. So that's locked in quite well. So it can't go anywhere else. Take your bezel. The bezel goes in a particular way as well. And this one I noted that the seam was at the top here. There's a seam in that bezel and that was at the top. But it won't, again, it won't go in any other way. So you push it in, make sure your screws have gone through the keyholes, and then just twist it round. Now before I tighten that up, I am just going to check that that is working as it should be. My glamorous camera assistant's giving me the thumbs up, and then we've got main beam. Yep, another thumbs up, so we're good. Right, now I know that's working, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up. So because we didn't adjust any of the adjusters, we know that that's got in the right place, and the headlight aim will be the same as what it was before, which may or may not be a good thing. Bezel back on, or surround should I say. When you're putting this back on, if you come around here, you want to make sure that that hooks under the lid. That's like a, could be a bit fiddly to get that in, but that's the right orientation for it. Same that side. Oh, that's the trouble with yellow cars in the summer. Bugs like them. So that is it, that's one side done. I'm just going to turn them on. It's not the best of days really to do this in terms of showing you the difference in brightness, but might need. Do I need the ignition on for this one? It's a UK car, isn't it? But I mean, you can see that that is better than that, whichever way you look at it. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, but that's it. Really is quite a simple job. The only time you really have a problem is if normally that bottom screw on that bezel can sometimes be a problem if the car's, you know, in not as good condition as this one. But you can normally get around it. Worst case scenario, you might need to drill it out. A bit of penetrating fluid on there will help you out in that situation. On this car, it obviously wasn't a problem, so that was good. All right, take care, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.